Why do I get into fights often in the USA? Well, it's because I'm a martial arts instructor. And part of the territory of being a martial arts instructor is you're probably going to get challenged by people who want to sit there and say, hey, I'm better than you. I'm going to beat you up because I need to either prove to myself that I'm better than I think I am, or I need to impress my buddies, or I need to impress that girl I'm trying to get a date with. Happens quite often. If you're a martial arts instructor, you'll probably end up with situations like this. Now, some martial arts instructors, they may not ever get into a fight. But then again, a martial arts instructor that can't fight, that's not someone you really want to learn from anyhow. Now, with that said, as far as respect is concerned, if someone wants to come up to you and get into a fight with you to either prove to themselves that they're not as bad as they think they are, or they want to impress their buddies, or they want to impress their girlfriend, is that respect? Absolutely not. That is not respect at all whatsoever. So that's the main reason I get into fights all the time, because people want to go try to beat up the martial arts instructor to prove to themselves or someone else that they're a badass. Now, I have gotten to altercations that did not involve martial arts at all. One altercation, the last altercation I got into was during COVID in the USA, and I was at a convenience store, and I was standing too close to some guy. I was not anywhere near the 100 feet or whatever it was that you had to keep between people. I wasn't within that, but this guy thought I was. And he came over and got closer to me, right up into my face, started yelling at me about how I'm going to end up hurting them all by spreading COVID around. And luckily that didn't go to fisticuffs or anything like that. But that right there is an example of someone in the USA being disrespectful. I never saw anyone here during the COVID crisis doing anything like that here in the Philippines. But someone in the USA did it because they thought I was standing too close to them. Another example of a time I got into an altercation that did not involve martial arts is at the YMCA. There was a fight that broke out at the YMCA, and I happened to be at the YMCA at the time, and I was building coordinator, which basically I'm responsible for taking care of the building, and I was also responsible for basically taking ruffian and getting them out of the building. So I had to intervene in that because that was part of my duties as building coordinator, was to intervene in such altercations. Now luckily I was teaching martial arts class at the time, and we were doing some swordsmanship work, and we had wooden swords. So having a wooden sword in my hand, I came up there to see what was going on, made the fight stop real fast because they were afraid I was going to beat them with the stick.